Lauderdale city leaders take the plunge into proposed upgrades at the Swimming Hall of Fame. We have the results of their vote.
The one and only Local 10 News starts right now.
And the U.S. military tonight releasing new videos of reported strikes on Iranian facilities. Today's video including an apparent strike on a mobile launcher.
Iran hitting homes in Tel Aviv, residents of one of the city's neighborhoods hit by fragments of munition, damaging buildings and several cars.
An Iranian drone striking a parking lot next to the U.S. consulate, sparking a fire here. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says that all consulate personnel have been accounted for, and nearby U.S. embassies in Saudi Arabia, Lebanon and Kuwait are now closed as a precaution.
Congress getting briefed by top Trump administration officials, and the Pentagon identifying some of the soldiers who were killed in this conflict, one of whom was from Florida. We start our team coverage with our D.C. Bureau Chief Ben Kennedy, live in Washington, D.C. with the latest on the overseas operation. Ben?
Nicole and Calvin, President Trump said he had a feeling Iran would attack first, which is why the U.S. forces took action, knocking out Iran's Air Force, Navy, and even radar, hitting some 2,000 targets so far. Protests in the streets of Iran Tuesday night amid joint U.S. strikes with Israel to take out the regime's military power and prevent Tehran from obtaining nuclear weapons.
There was another hit today on the new leadership, and it looks like that was pretty substantial also. So they're getting hit very hard.
As President Trump met with his counterpart from Germany to discuss the war in the Middle East, defending his decision to strike Iran.
They were going to attack. If we didn't do it, they were going to attack first. I felt strongly about that.
The president determined we were not going to get hit first. It's that simple, guys.
Secretary of State Marco Rubio also shared details about a drone strike in Dubai near the U.S. consulate.
A drone unfortunately struck a parking lot adjacent to the Chancellery building and then set off a fire in that place. All personnel are accounted for.
It's one reason Rubio says why they closed embassies in Saudi Arabia and Kuwait.
We began drawing down personnel from our diplomatic facilities in advance of this.
As Democratic lawmakers pressed Rubio and the administration if the country can sustain this conflict with Iran.
This will be a very expensive war. The most important cost is the cost of the Americans who've been killed already and those who are severely injured. But there's also going to be a cost to the American taxpayer and to our international security standing and our national defense.
Tonight we have learned the names of 4 of the 6 service members killed a part of this operation, and one is from the Sunshine State. His name is Captain Cody Cork from Winter Haven, Florida. Sergeant First Class Noah Tegens. Sergeant First
But it's like he's trying to run a one-man band out there behind his seat. And leave comments below. This is a make or break season for he's got to make an impact. Good morning, everybody across the land to YouTube. We are live on the Brandon May Show. It's Wednesday, I believe the 4th. James in the building right now. We got a lot to talk about.
Yes, we do.
Shout out to the 78,794 subscribers as people start coming up. We got 50 people in the building as you come in the chat right now. Make sure you hit that freaking like button. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to talk about a lot today. I got a lot on my mind, boy. Iran, the major topic that we got today. Epstein list, the Clintons. A lot happening there. And people are like, hey, where's Trump at? Why is he in court? We can talk about that. Little conversations. The Muslims in the streets. I got videos. I got people talking. I got white people, black people. Things are happening. Things are flying. And not even outside of that. Like literally everything in the world right now, there's just a lot happening. And people, the emotions are high everywhere you go, right?
There's so much happening right now.
So ridiculous.
Like the, what do you call it? Candace Owens's thing about Erica Kirk dropped. You don't even hear about that.
I got a video about her, by the way. Speaking of that, I got a video about that I'm going to show today about Candace Owens. She got Candace Owens is going, listen, people that are coming to the chat right now, shout out to you guys coming in the building. Smack that damn like. The new people that are watching right now in the chat, if you're new here for the first time, put first time. If you've been here before, then put I've been here before. Or put him a freaking subscriber. You know what I'm saying? Or you can say, look, we love you guys. We love that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm saying, listen, wake up, wake up. I said good morning, but it's the afternoon, right? I said good morning. And so I said afternoon. I said, okay. It's afternoon time. You got it right. 100 people in the building right now watching live. Iran war escalates. And the question is, now what, right? What's next? We got that fan on over here. What we got going on over here right now? Let's let that fan. Let's get on oscillate. Let me get some air over here. You know what I'm saying? It's a heated conversation. We're talking about, okay, what's going to happen next, right? Trump says it's time to do this. People that are watching across the lands in the U.S. are down the middle, right? A lot of people would say we're protecting the U.S. A lot of people are going to say we're helping those people out there. And then you have the Iranians who are celebrating. They're really, really happy about this. And then you get to other things, right? We're talking about expenses. Can America sustain? This is something I talk about on the show on Monday. Can we sustain the amount of money that it costs to run this war? We're not operating here where we can just use our tanks and move them back and forth. We're sending planes, jets, fuel, missiles, drone, everything we got.
Look up Lockheed Martin stock price.
It's expensive.
She's like 630 something.
You got to spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Wars are not cheap.
No.
Right? And in today's show, if you're watching live, we see subscribers. If you're watching live right now, smack that damn like. If we get you, listen, real quick, we get 100 likes next 30 seconds, I'll give lucky person $1,000.
The Benji bombs.
$1,000. 100 likes in 30 seconds, $1,000 goes out to a lucky person. Run the damn likes up right now. And don't forget to comment right now. Let me know that you're in the building. I want to see everyone that's new in the chat. I want to see your name. I want to shout you out on the live stream right now. It's expensive, James. And what I'm seeing, to be honest with you, is people are confused because there's a lot of things. There's a lot of the uncertainties, right? We wake up every single day. We come in, we go on the live stream. James is here and his attorney in downtown Miami, crushing it. Our lives are going about somewhat normal. Excuse me. We have thoughts in our mind, prices go up, prices go down, but we're living like a normal kind of life as like we're getting up doing the same things. Yeah. A lot of people right now sitting at home, a lot of people are going, what's going to happen next? But they're not dealing with bombs, missiles going across their country. Places like Dubai, we're going to talk about that. Mm-hmm. Dubai, like getting struck by, Kuwait. Bro, they're getting hit with missiles or with drones. You're seeing missiles shoot across your skies at nighttime. Can you imagine? They got airports shut down.
Well, yeah.
People can't leave.
Have you seen the video of Iran's thousands of Shahed drones?
Yeah.
And they're overwhelming the missile defense systems that are in place.
It's getting a little wild.
And those things are so cheap to produce.
They're going to keep on producing them
like crazy. Yeah.
I just read about that.
Uh-huh.
They're going to keep on producing that, and it's cheap for them to do that.
Yeah.
And for us,
$150K a missile to defend that, and they're just spamming it.
And they know that it's going to be becoming costly.
Yeah.
But that's why we're going to talk about Trump. If you're in the chat right now watching live, if you listen in the chat, put USA or put Iran. Right now, everybody, put USA or put Iran. I don't care what side you're on. Everybody watching live in the chat. Look, we got 164 people in here. I want to see the damn comments light up right now. That's what I want to see. People come in, they talk. There we go. Auction rescue the building. Lala, how you feeling? People, I'm going to shout you out. Come in the chat. Beer Collins, how you put the flag in the building. Here we go. In the chat right now, put USA or put Iran. How you feeling? I want to know how the hell you're doing right now. People come in the chat. We got to get it sparked up, right? We're doing this for them, for us. We're having a good time. Let's get it sparked up in here right now. I'm the kind of person, I want the greatest for everybody all the time. And I wish that I could provide that, but I can't, right? So I look out for my family. When I sit back and I look at the U.S., we're going to show a video here in just 1 second I got to show. And I think this is important to put up here. We're going to start with that. And Trump warned Iran. Let me start with that, and we're going to get to the next segment. But I want to see this real quick. New video.
We warned Iran not to make any attempt to rebuild at a different location because they were unable to use the ones that we so powerfully blew up. But they ignored those warnings and refused to cease their pursuit of nuclear weapons. In addition, the regime's conventional ballistic missile program was growing rapidly and dramatically, and this posed a very clear, colossal threat to America and our forces stationed overseas.
So what I get from Trump is he said, look, we got to do something. And I don't know other presidents, how they felt. I know they weren't overly happy with Iran. I know it was Biden was in there and he goes, hey, we're going to let you, open up some little finances, whatever you're doing. When Obama was in there, Hillary Clinton was, running with these people. Obviously, if you go back and you look at Kamala Harris running in those circles of people, I don't think they were going to do what Trump is doing right now, right? And the video that I really want to play, that I want to pull up on the screen here, explains what actually happened where we're at right now. People in the chat, if you're watching live, subscribe to this damn channel. We need 4 more subscribers right now to hit 78,800. Subscribe right now. We're going to watch that tick up when we watch this video.
Donald Trump has unleashed war in Iran with the aim of wiping out the regime and ending its nuclear program once and for all. Here's what's happened so far and what might happen next. Ali Khamenei, who has led Iran since the 1980s, is dead, killed in the opening salvo along with most of his senior generals and at least 4 of his family. America and Israel now rule the skies over Iran and are hunting down the remnants of the regime, its military and their nuclear technology. Iran is hitting back in all directions, firing hundreds of missiles and drones per day at US military bases and allies across the Middle East. At least 3 American soldiers have died and more casualties are expected. What happens next largely depends on who is still alive when the shooting stops, which Trump has said is likely to be in 4 weeks.
No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight.
The US is hoping the Iranian people will then rise up and overthrow whatever remains of the government, bringing Iran's experiment with Islamic theocracy to an end. If that happens, things could die down again relatively quickly, assuming Iran's new leaders don't want to continue the war. But that's a big if. We have no idea who might emerge as leader, and if there's a power struggle, the country could descend into sectarian fighting or all-out civil war. Even worse, the current regime could somehow survive and continue launching attacks at the US and its allies. If that happens, then Trump will have little choice but to continue the war. Don't take your eyes away for a second. History is being written right now.
Listen, history is being rewritten right now, James. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
We are living in the craziest times,
It's crazy.
the best times, the craziest times. We get one life that I know of right now. Hopefully we all go to heaven. That's where, you know what I'm saying? Then we get to religion and people start getting a little crazy. By the way, we need 2 more subscribers right now. Hit 78,802 freaking subscribers. Your name pop up on the screen. We need to see you right now in the building. Veronica, how you feeling? Joanne, how you feeling? FR in the building. How you feeling? Bureau, what's going on? I'm looking at your names right now. I'm going to shout you guys out. Almost 300 people in the chat right now. We want to talk to you. Here's a question I got. Okay, Mama, what's going on? If you love Trump, put love Trump in the chat. If you don't love Trump, then put impeach. I want to see how you feel. If you're independent, put independent. 1 more subscriber right now, James. We're ticking up, baby. Here's the thing about this whole thing. Iran is going to do what they're going to do before we got involved. They're going to do what they're going to do. I never felt comfortable ever since 9/11, and I didn't really have the answer to it. Why did it happen? 9/11. Oh, man. People are going to, if you go over and ask people of Iran, they're going to tell you a different story. The leaders are going to take a whole other story, right? And I get that. But ever since then, I wasn't a fan of the people over in those locations. Talking about Iraq, talking about Iran, talking about people that don't like us. You know what I'm saying? And now we're in the position now where Trump's in office. By the way, 78,800. We appreciate you. Keep on running that shit up, baby. Let's go. We got to run this shit up. Keep subscribing to the damn show right now. Let's go, baby. Run this up. You love Trump, put love Trump. There's people that don't love everything he does. And there's people that obviously do not, right? And they're like, you know what? We want to change what he's doing. We want to get him out of there. Some people are like, we love him, whatever. That's going to go back and forth. But this is a safety thing, and this is a safety thing for the world right now. But what tensions, right? That's what we're getting to right now, the tensions that go to the Middle East. Who's getting involved now, right? That's where shit gets a little sensitive. If it just stuck, and the videos I want to show today are very important. Candace Owens had a lot to say. I want to show her clip because she got very interesting. James, let's take a listen real quick.
The United States military began major combat operations in Iran. Our objective is to defend the American people by eliminating imminent threats from the Iranian regime, a vicious group of very hard, terrible people.
Missile threat warning. Enclosure shelter immediately. Shelter in place. Missile threat warning. Enclosure shelter immediately. Shelter in place.
You wouldn't believe how free these people are trying to get in Iran. These people are really, woo, we need to free the Iranians. Oh, they've been living in oppression. Bibi is over here like, ooh, land. Oh no, really? It's about spreading democracy. Code word, that's military code word for dropping bombs and stealing a bunch of stuff that isn't ours, a bunch of land that isn't ours. Anyways, war with Iran, it's now back on the table firmly. Why? Because, well, Israel wants it. And one of the more Interesting things in the Charlie Kirk timeline, our master timeline we've created is the month of June, because we know that during the month of June, according to Tucker Carlson and other people who have come out and spoken about this, Charlie goes head to head with Bibi Netanyahu. And Charlie wins, by the way, in the moment. He lobbies in the month of June for President Trump not to get involved in Israel's war with Iran. He says just limit it to taking out their nuclear sites. Anything more than that, and you're going to lose the base. And yet everybody around Trump is completely infiltrated. They're a bunch of Zionists. They're lobbying on behalf of Israel. No, do more, get involved. Charlie wins. Charlie was adamant that war with Iran would not benefit the Trump campaign, and it would not benefit the American people. And we can hear him in his own words on this, because I find it compelling that they want us.
Here's how I feel about Candace Owens. I feel like Candace Owens had like something really going back a couple of years ago. I'm like, man, she's really on to something. I like, whether she was for Trump or not, she picked the side and she stuck by her words. All of a sudden, she goes back and forth so much, I can't figure out what side she's on. Then she's like, oh, well, she tries to look at, the whole Charlie Kirk situation, and she's like, this is all sabotage. This is the problem to war. Then she goes, oh, I don't like this. Then I don't like Democrats. I do like the Republican. I can't figure out where her head's at. Is she in shambles? Is she looking to make money? Like, what is her motive on social media right now? If it's money, she's gaining that.
Stay relevant as much as possible.
Yeah, she's doing that.
Yeah, so
she's staying relevant. But what side is she on? I can't figure her out. Is she hating on Trump now? Is she loving Trump?
There's a lot of disagreement within the Republican Party, or people that used to be Republicans, over what's going on and what the leadership's been doing, and after yesterday's press conference, it seems like there isn't much of a plan for what's going on there in Iran right now. We have 6 dead U.S. soldiers. The youngest was 20 years old, right? You had a Kuwaiti jet that shot down 3 of our planes. And I think there's a lot of confusion going on there, and everyone was concerned about going in, doing this, and not really having a plan.
So what I want to say is this. I do agree that the plan after the striking is very limited.
That's the most important part.
It is.
Yeah.
But no, I will say this, and this happens a lot in war. Like, are we going to do next? But I think that the people of Iran now, they have the ability to say, we are the people, we have to take over. And I think that if we go over there and we take out Iran's leaders, and then we got to set up base, and then we got to stay there, then we got to run their government, and then we got to, train people, and we got to work with their military. That's just a lot, right? And it's like, the question is, if you're not going to do that, then why get involved at all, right? That's the question.
Exactly.
If you don't get involved at all, then all those people over there continue to get hurt, continue dying. Like a lot of people over there, they were dying left and right. Their own people killing their own people. Mm-hmm. So Trump steps in and helps those people. I got a video, James, of how excited and how happy all these people are that I want to show on the screen here that I think was important, people that are celebrating. And I hope I got this damn video. If I don't got it, I'll have to find it for you. But they're celebrating over there. But first and foremost, what I want to show you is this lady says she has a video of why Trump had to do this. Let's take a look at that real quick.
This man explains why Donald Trump decided to bomb Iran, and the reason will surprise you. Pay attention.
The reason that Donald Trump decided to bomb Iran was that the Israelis said, if you don't bomb Iran to take out these deep bunkers, we're going to use nuclear weapons. And they had never threatened that before. And so Trump said, bombing Iran might actually save us from the start of World War III if it keeps the Israelis from using nuclear weapons.
So according to your source, the Israelis told the President of the United States that if he did not use the United States military power to bomb the nuclear facilities in Iran, Israel, acting on its own, would use nuclear weapons.
Yeah.
Do you see why there's a problem with that statement, John?
Yeah.
Because they've never fucking admitted that they've had them.
That's right.
So you're telling me that they just admitted to the President of the United States that they have nuclear weapons and we still do not have them in the IAEA treaty?
I mean, if Israeli nuclear whistleblowers are to be believed, yeah, they started working on them in the 50s. They got them around the late 60s or the early 70s.
I hope you heard.
If you're watching live right now in the building, smack that damn like button right now and subscribe and watch that tick at the bottom of the screen. Look. Did you hear that?
I heard that.
Israel. Do you think Israel, if you're in the chat right now, shout out to the 400 people. We're trying to give some damn money out to these people, James. I keep telling them, smack the damn like button, subscribe.
You try so hard.
Hey, listen to this right now. If we get to 78,820 subscribers in the next 30 seconds, 19 subscribers, I'll give a lucky person $100 in the chat. Hit the like button, subscribe right now. Join what we're doing. I got a lot of videos right now I'm going to show in just 1 second. The debate that we have is not about James and I. This is the debate that the world has right now, right? And Trump strikes Iran for a lot of reasons. And a lot of people are like, mostly Democrats, like, this is bad. Republicans, some of them say it's bad, but mostly Democrats are like, this is bad. I just don't understand for the life of me, all these Iranians celebrating around the world. Why are, like, this is a question I still have that yesterday we didn't answer. In the chat, I'm asking you guys, why do you think the world of Iranians are celebrating everywhere across the lands, everywhere in the U.S., Republican states, Democratic states, over there in their country, Venezuelans happy as hell? It's like, is it one of those things where it's how he went about it, or is it he shouldn't have done it? It's not our war. Help the people here. Like, focus on the U.S. I think Trump's message is, this is helping the U.S. This is helping the world. This is his message, right?
Okay, but if you say that, there's no way you're going to say that the U.S. is the beneficiary of this. Like, we benefit the most, or the American people do. There's no way. Anyone in the chat watching, how can you tell me that the U.S. is the biggest beneficiary of these actions? You know,
who do you think is benefiting the most? The people are benefiting.
Yeah,
but I'm saying that creates that. I believe that does create world peace.
Yeah,
I'm saying I do. I don't think it's. I think China is gonna be mad. We'll get that. We got a super chat in the building. Scriptbot in the building. Welcome back to the damn show. Scriptbot, we love and appreciate you. Shout out for the super chat. We love and appreciate you. I'm going to get my damn sounds up. And she were like, when they come in with the super, we appreciate you so much. Said, why didn't anyone say it was bad when Obama's won Peace Prize for drone strikes? I got to tell you, this was something that we talked about on the show before, a few months ago. And if you're in the chat right now, put an S in the building right now for Scriptbot. We love and appreciate you, damn it.
Maybe I'm thinking these awards don't really mean anything anyway. You know, the FIFA Peace Prize, is it? I don't know.
These prizes, the Nobel Peace Prize, right? In the chat right now, the Nobel Peace Prize is someone that creates peace, right? Like, in the world.
Right. I think I'll go on my stance here is that if you're creating war, I don't think you should win the Nobel Peace Prize, or war can't be a way to win the Peace Prize.
Yeah.
I'll take that stance.
But see, here's the thing. If he doesn't help those people, right? The people of Iran doesn't help those people, they continue to die every day. So what he did was he said, we're taking these leaders out. Now you can overthrow that government. You can overthrow those people. You can get out there and you can rebuild your country the way that, and guess what? You won't be a threat to the world anymore. I think that's smart. I don't think that if you say, I'm not going to start any wars, and you start bombing people or shooting missiles, that you come off like you're just a nice person. But I think you're like taking matters in your own hands. Venezuela, they're happy. Now Cuba's calling, right? Today.
Right.
Cuba's like, Trump, save us too.
But it seems like we're very like eager to go do some action, right? And it feels like when you're in college and you got a bunch of your other like stupid friends and you all think about something to do and it sounds like fun, but it's really like a terrible idea. And that's what this feels like. And after we're hearing what happens at the meetings, and it seems like there's no plan.
If you're in the chat right now, you're Republican, put an R. If you're a Republican, put an R right now. If you're a Democrat, put a D. And if you're an independent, put an I right now. I want to see 200 freaking messages right now. Put it twice, damn it. I want to see where you guys from. How the hell you feeling out there? Big Bill in the building. How the hell you doing? Just in the chat. Am I like sometimes it says, let me see. Minoka, am I saying that right? Dibuno, is that right? Dib, make sure I say it right. My glasses, I can't. Chronic in the building. Richard in the chat. I'm trying to say all your freaking names in the building right now that are watching live. Smack that like button. Iran war ramps up. Who's getting involved, right? If we went over there and we took it out and came back and it was over, that sucks, but it's over, right? I think that's the healing process starts after that. If we go over there and we take care of that and they start firing missiles at our allies, now our allies are going to get involved, right? Dubai is like, whoa, you hit one of our buildings, right, with drones. Now we're coming, right? Other people in the Middle East are like, we're coming. Trump talked to Spain. He's pissed off at Spain too. He's like, we're going to use your runway over here, airports. They said, no, we don't want to be involved. Oh, you're going to get involved, Trump said. You're going to get involved. You're one of our allies. You're going to get involved, or we're going to get involved even more, right? Again, I think people will look at that and go, some people would say he's being a bully. Some people look at that and say, yo, we're taking care of this business, and there's some bad people over there. Like, what I don't get is this. Why are people defending that we are taking out bad people, though? Like, for instance, the leaders of Iran, do you think they're overly good people? I think that they're bad people. Some people think they're good people. Seriously, I think they're bad people. I don't think anybody should be hurt outside of those people, but I think those people that are bad people need to go. Yeah. If Trump took his own matters in his own hands and said, we're getting those people out of here, on one hand, How you did it, maybe didn't like it, but if you take them out, good thing, good thing. These allies, they know that these guys are bad people because this has been going on for a long time. Now, China watches this. China's like, well, we got to get ready. Russia's in its own war. Russia's in like another war for like how long? How many years has Russia been at war with Ukraine? Like
4 or 5 years,
forever, bro. I don't even know how long it's been. That war has been going on so long, we forgot about that war.
Yeah.
Like, that's sad. But the war, Russia-Ukraine war, has been going on for so long that we can't even remember that they're even at war half the time. Because we got our own shit going on now. Like before when there was no wars, it was like, shit, Russia, Ukraine every day. Now it's like, damn, U.S. is involved with shit now. Now we're involved. We got Venezuela's president, ran their country, got him, went over there, took out the leaders over there. And then someone else was president was running Iran for like 5 hours, took his ass out too. They're like running the whole thing. Like, we now have our new election for our new leader. Boom. That was fast. I was about as fast as how good Tua was here in Miami as a quarterback. Like, you're good for a year. Oh, what's going on? Oh, we got to get him out of here.
Yeah, they got him.
Boom. So my point is, you're taking out bad people. On one hand, we got to celebrate that. On the other hand, we got to be, damn, I hate that we're going to war.
Yeah, we lost 6 people. There were some reservists. They were just working in their regular job last week, and now they're dead.
Well, look at Russia. Russia's losing. They're losing millions of people over there. They're just dying left and right.
Yeah,
we lost a few people, and we should lose none. Not saying that.
Yeah,
and they get all these medals and all that, but they're gone.
We don't even know yet if U.S. forces are going to be on the ground now over there.
If we put boots on the ground, we're taking over that entire area.
But should we even be there?
I don't think. In the chat right now, if you're watching live, yes or no. First off, where are you from in the chat? Drop your states right now in the chat. Looking, let me see. Fleabone in the building. Richard, Christopher, what's going on in the chat room? A Wink in the building right now. Drop your states in the chat. All of our freaking moderators. Everybody, drop your states in the chat right now. Where the hell are you based at? We're going to talk about that in a second. We're going to talk about what about the girls that were killed at the school. We're getting updates now, okay? And I talked about this on Monday. I said the school, girls got hurt. It's horrible.
Yeah.
We're getting updates right now that it didn't come from a U.S. attack. Now, was it or was it not? We're going to find out. But they said that the Iranian people were trying to fire back and they accidentally hit that school. Now, these again, everything to me is a rumor until it's proven, right? We are told that at first, Americans, that we did that, the bombing and missiles and all that. Then it was that Iran blew that school up by accident. And so it's all coming out and people are talking about it. So I just want to throw it out there in the chat right now. People watching, how do you feel about it? We're down here in Miami. It's hot as shit already. And I'll tell you what, it was just cold last week. It felt good for a minute and it's hot again. Things are ramping up. And I feel like China is the one we got to watch out for. China's not at war right now. Russia's at war. They're taking care of something right now. I think they're a threat, but they're taking care of something over there. Then you look at our allies, what's happening, and they're with us or not with us, whatever. Canada's quiet. Nobody's talking, right? And then you get to China. China relies a lot on Iran.
Yeah, they oil.
Okay, so that's what I want to get to. China's if you guys are watching live in the building right now, you got to hear this part. China relies on Iran to get the oil stuff going on, right? And so when they see this country folding, they're like, whoa. Like, we take the leaders out maybe, but we need this land we got to get our oil. It could be that Trump knows all about that and Trump is working with China. We don't even know. That's the thing. We're putting Trump down. I'm not, but a lot of people are putting Trump down in this country, saying that he's doing bad things. I actually am feeling truly blessed that these bad people are gone. And those people over there are celebrating. I have never seen in my life an entire country celebrating. And then over here, half our country is pissed that Trump just took care of all these people. I know the plan is a problem.
Well, they probably feel like we're the ones paying for the whole bill. Yeah. And it's U.S. blood.
But I feel safer.
Yeah.
I feel safer with them going.
Okay.
I don't want our people. I don't want our people gone. If we lost one person, if one person got shot and is still alive, I'd hate that too, right? I only want to see people die. If they can go to Iran and capture those people and bring them to prison, that's better. Maduro, they didn't take him out. They just brought him back over here. Great. Life's good. Paw Patrol, got him, right? Yeah. Life's good. But at the end of the day, when you take a look at it, I look at Iran, they have a lot of crazy people going. They had to go. They're going. Now, I'm going to show you another video right now. People that are watching live in the chat right now, if you're in the building right now for the first time, put first time. If you've been here before in the chat before, tell them, I'm a subscriber, damn it. If you subscribe today, say, I just subscribed today. Take a look at this clip real quick. They said there's a bounty on Trump. Take a look at this.
Am I woke or am I dreaming? Are you telling me that somebody placed a $40 million bond on this man's head? So you telling me Iran campaigned a $40 million bounty on Donald Trump? An Iranian movement called the Blood Convent is claiming to have crowdfunded more than $40 million as a reward for the assassination of Donald Trump. A website for the movement contained a poster of Trump in crosshairs with an appeal to detonate in order to help establish stable peace. They also quote a verse from the Quran: "Strive with your wealth and your lives in the cause of Allah." This is a call to jihad. All I'm gonna say is count me out. Now, this apparent threat comes weeks after the U.S. launched devastating airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. Like this shit right here, you just can't make this up.
This guy got a little passionate about that. And I'll tell you what, every story that I hear and I see gets a little more confusing. But I'm going to talk about something I didn't actually put up on the screen here. Who's getting involved? Speaking of getting involved, if you're drafted to go to war, see, a lot of Republicans too are like, take him out. And I'm glad they're taken out too. But it's like, hey, if shit spirals out of control, we might have a draft here one day, right? And if you go to World War III, in the chat, do you think World War III is coming? Yes or no? 400 people in the building right now if you're watching live. Do you think World War III is coming? Yes or no? I want to see 400 freaking answers. I want people come in the chat. Don't sit there and watch the damn shit. Look at me. Look, I'm looking stupid over here.
Yeah, I've seen so many
Give me some damn conversation.
About, like the end of the world coming, and there's some very religious people out there that believe that this is like the phase for the end of the world, and they say they read the book of Apocalypse and say our leader is the Antichrist, and then bringing this doom there is going to start the end, and they want that because they want Jesus to come back.
Listen, Jesus comes back, I don't care if he comes back as whatever comes back and saves all of us. Life's good.
I hope somebody comes.
I'm going to show you. Somebody better come. It's getting out of pocket. But I want to say something real quick. If you're watching live and you want to know this question, can you be drafted for the World War III? I watched this video yesterday, and I want you to quote me on it, but I don't want you to quote me on it. But take a look at this for a second, okay? Now, if you have some kind of medical condition, obviously, if you can't walk, you're good for you. You're not going. And I'm not saying good for you that you're hurt. Good for you. You can't be drafted. No problem, right? If you're sitting there right now and you got ADHD, your ass is getting drafted. Your ass is cooked. You're going too. I watched this yesterday. And if you are the only child of your mother, which I thought that was big, right? I'm the only child. You're cooked. Your ass is going too.
Yeah.
If you got kids, a lot of kids, you're cooked. You're still going.
But if you got a lot of money,
your
kid's not going.
If you got a Trump golden card.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Not going.
It's up to 39 years old.
Yeah.
So you're good, James.
I'm good.
You're 41.
Two.
Yeah, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
You're not cooked. You're not going.
I'm not cooked.
People in the chat right now, listen.
But I can still run sewer to sewer, so you can send me. I'll run it.
You can still run sewer to sewer, but you ask me watching from home. People in the chat. Who else we got? We got more people now. We got to talk about it. If you have diabetes, guess what? You're safe.
That's like half the population.
You're not cooked. If you're a felon, you're good. You're not going to the military. You're a felon. If you want to be a felon, and I'm not condoning this, you should not be a felon. But now is when the draft comes.
Nah, this is all backwards.
When the draft comes for the military, that's the best time to be a felon. Yeah. You can't go. The LGBT community.
Maybe they got skills.
The LGBTQ. I don't know if I said that right or not. Guess what? You're cooked.
I think everyone
You're
should
going
go.
too. LGB's going too.
I think everyone goes.
There's a lot of people that will not be going. Crafted by Justice said, bone spurs. You are not going. If there's certain things that bother you, you have to prove that you cannot operate. So start down, because get your proof, get your medical clearance, because if this ever happens, up to 39 years old, you can be cooked. And I just gave a little bit of synopsis for people to know, and there's more to that story. I want to make sure that people understand how that goes. 300 people in the chat right now. If you're watching live, smack the damn like button. Subscribe to the damn show. Hold on a second. If you're a subscriber of the show, put an S in the chat right now. If you are a subscriber of the show, I want to do a random giveaway right now. By the way, if you're watching live, if you're a subscriber of the show, put an S in the chat right now. We're getting ready to give some memberships out, James. Right now in the building, if you're watching live, I'm trying to offer some damn opportunities. People come in the chat right now. If you're watching live in the building right now, let me see if this is even working. Let me see if I can get this going. If you're in the building, if you're a subscriber of the show, put an S. If you're not a subscriber of the show, put no. Or if you just saw today, you just came, they say, today, I just came in the damn building right now. We're going to give off some damn memberships right now in the building because we love and we appreciate these people, James, joining us on the show today. And I'm getting ready to gift that right now. But as this ramps up, I'm going to open this piece up here. This is an important thing. USA versus Iran, global consequences, economy, money going up, money going down. What's it going to cost? Or is oil going to go up? Is gas going to go up? Like all the question is Trump looking at all of this before he decides to strike Iran, right?
Look, there's no way.
He's got to know that it has an effect, though.
Right. There's so many things to consider here, right? That's why you really need to rely on your advisors. And I think if we should look at who his advisors are giving him advice on this. Because, like, imagine, like, what's needed to reestablish a country. We don't do that. And this guy's from the business world. I don't know. Do you think he knows how to rebuild a country?
No, check this out.
There's
I got
so
a video.
many things involved.
I got a video that I want to show. And people that are coming here right now for the first time, we greatly appreciate you. I got a video that I want to show, and I think it's important, okay? We talked about this yesterday or Monday about Democrats being upset about Iran strike. I'm going to show a video, though, about what's going on with the Muslims, and this lady breaks this down. I think it's very important. If you're watching live in the building right now and you don't know anything about Muslim community, I want you to watch this video, listen closely, and give me your comments. Take a look.
Islam came as a rejection of biblical values. It was a movement against the Ten Commandments. The reason is Muhammad violated all of the Ten Commandments. Every biblical value that the Christians and Jews stand for, their prophet has violated. They cannot save face here. I was born a Muslim. I was born in Cairo. I really thought I was a Muslim, and I defended.
With all of my being, if I need to put my life down for it, I will do it.
I went to the church and I heard the sermon. The holiness of the topic was so powerful on me. I started crying. From the beginning of the sermon to the end. And I immediately realized that the religion I was born in was not holy. So I started reading about Islam for the first time. I started reading about Sharia. I couldn't believe that Islam violated all the Ten Commandments. Don't kill. Muhammad killed. Don't steal. He stole. Don't have sex outside of marriage. He himself had sex outside of marriage.
Don't worship an idol. Islam is the biggest idolatry that is out there.
The black stone that they go and
kiss and worship.
That same black stone was in the Kaaba before Islam, and they took it. And made it Islam. Islam is the only religion that legally kills those who leave it. Actually, it's an obligation to kill you. Anyone on the streets who kills you will be forgiven. This is in Sharia. Being a Muslim is like belonging to the mafia. Islam is worse than communism. The leaders of Islam know that if they remove the death penalty for leaving Islam, the whole Islamic world will collapse. Dictator.
So did you hear that? So if you're a Muslim, if you convert to Muslim, and then you leave the religion, right? This is kind of where she's going with that. I don't study the religion at all, the culture. That's not my thing. But I have heard this from people that are in that. And if you leave that religion, they want to kill you, right? I did read about that, and I did hear this. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. Right now in our country, people are mad about the Iran strike, mostly Democrats. Some Republicans too, but mostly Democrats are mad about the Iran strike. New York, we got Muslims on the ground, a lot of places. Australia now, they're arresting them, getting them off the streets. I'm not saying I have anything against Muslim people. There's some amazing Muslim people. If you go to the U.S., people that have been here a long time, Muslims, and they're, hey, how are you? Different names and nice people, right? But it's the people that are coming here, and you could tell they're new in this country, right? And they're out there and they're creating this madness, this overwhelming sensational pool. That's where the issue lies. The people that are Muslim walking around and they have beautiful families and they're going to schools and churches and whatever. There's great people here. And they're making, the people that are in those streets doing that, I'm not saying they're all bad, but the ones that are creating that feeling of that overwhelming experience, they're the ones that are making it a little bit awkward. And I said this the other day, if we had 1,000 black people in the middle of the road in Times Square on the ground praying to Africa, right, every day or whatever, to give you an example, and it becomes overwhelming, people start getting a little bit like agitated, right? If you have a bunch of white people, thousands of them just pouring the streets, and they're just starting to pray to whatever and being like, hey, this is what we're doing, white people get overwhelmed, right? I don't care if it's Christianity, even Christianity. The difference with Christianity and the difference with something that's here more like America-based is that it's more comfortable. It still becomes overwhelming, right? Too much of one thing becomes overwhelming, right? You got that gym buddy who's like, I'm in the gym. Want to hang out? I'm going to the gym. It's always gym. It's like, okay, let's do something else, right? Anything can become overwhelming, right? But this is something where we're looking at the religion, the culture, and they're explaining what these people do in their culture. And if you were to adapt here Iran's lifestyle, this place would suck.
Yeah, but if you go into any religion that way and you take these literal interpretations, we're all going to find things we don't like. Even in the Bible, New Testament, Old Testament, you're going to find things that most people, even religious people, are not enforcing, like mixing your fabrics, or there's a lot of things when you break it down. That's why I always take more of a macro view to these spiritual things or religion things, and you just take like the overall message.
I've never had an issue though. I've never had an issue with Muslim people. I've never had an issue even with not an issue. It's when it becomes overwhelming. That's what I'm saying. Like, listen, I'm not talking about just Muslim people. I'm talking about everybody. If you do an overwhelming amount of people in the streets of New York, biggest, most productive city in this country, and they are taking the streets and taking over, it becomes overwhelming and people get uncomfortable, is all I'm saying. You can love everybody in the street even. It's like, bro, you don't got to block Times Square. You could do that anywhere else. If they did it in their house, nobody would say anything. Yeah. It's because it's trying to prove a point. That's my thing. And I know people want to push a religion on people because, hey, trust in this faith. And I don't think I see anything wrong with that. It's when you overstep boundaries. And I think these boundaries are being crossed, and I think Democrats are okay with it. When I see these videos in New York,
it becomes, we have to be tolerant of everybody, so even if it was an overt thing for one religion, it's not very good. But I think as long as everyone's represented equally, that's good. But I don't think anybody wants anything pushed in somebody's face, because you have people that are not religious. You have people that believe in one thing. There's that, what's that old quote, or it's a song, like faith divides us and death unites us, right?
Yeah.
Like we're really all the same, and there's a lot of some common themes in the macro view of these monotheistic religions,
So now that the war is ramping up and people are getting involved everywhere, it's going to get much more expensive now. I think.
Yeah.
If anybody sides with Iran, starts siding, then it becomes very expensive for the U.S. I think they started to understand that. I don't know how many leaders they got left though. And who's in Iran who's shooting missiles? Like Trump claimed that he took them all out last year, right? Or whatever it was. Took out the nuclear facility, whatever. And then something happened with Israel and Iran, and Trump somehow, some way, shape, or form, right? Trump and Israel are pretty close. We can see that, right?
Yeah.
We see they're close for whatever reason. He's protecting them, and we're going over there. They got a pretty good military. Israel's got some pretty good electronic, they got a pretty good setup for what they got.
They got all our stuff, plus their own stuff.
That's what I'm saying. So they got a setup right now. And we're over there, however you want to call it. You can say Trump's in bed with them. I don't care.
They also have the mandatory service there. You have to go for 2 years.
Yeah, military.
Some countries still do that.
No, that is Israel.
Like South Korea does that as well.
You have to be in the military for 2 years, regardless, right? I got to tell you, I think it's actually a pretty cool thing. Being forced doesn't feel good, but I like that you grow up, you go to the military, you get your training. So if you were to tell people, go to the military, or you send us people out there, you know what it's like.
I think it's a good thing for accountability.
Yeah, or at least the training.
And I said yesterday, last time, we have an accountability problem in this country in many different ways.
Yeah.
But you're going to care more. Maybe you care more about your stuff, your city, I pick up random trash when I see it. I feel like I always do my part.
That's nice, James.
Yeah, I try to do my thing.
I think that's nice. You pick up random shit.
Yeah.
Speaking of random shit, because Democrats are going to talk about the Epstein list, right?
Well, we have Republicans too. Everyone's talking about that.
No, but I mean, if you say Trump's doing a great thing, they're going to be like Epstein list. So
yeah,
Bill Clinton, Hillary Clinton, they're the stars of the Epstein list right now. Literally, that's it right now. They're the stars of it. Bill Clinton's coming out, and Bill Clinton said, we're going to have this conversation in the week. Bill Clinton said he doesn't have any recollection or have anything that even remotely believes that Trump was even involved at all. So
there you go.
Again, I'm just saying, right. That's as close as I'm going to get. I hang out with Trump every day, and I'm sure that the Epstein Island people, they have more conversation Now, I'm not saying that they would not work together on this because I bet they would. Why would they not? Right?
So the truth is out there, but they're doing a hell of a job to keep us from knowing the whole picture, and I don't think we're ever gonna know.
Well, Bill Clinton's in obviously back and forth to court now.
So now,
so people are being opened up the conversation.
Okay, so now he's friends with Trump and he's protecting Trump too. So now does the
I don't
right wing
know.
like the Clintons now or not like the Clintons?
That's what I'm saying.
Is he doing a solid? Is he doing a solid? I mean, what do you say?
He's doing something.
Where are you now? Now you guys flip flop. You know, you think Billy was gonna help out? What happened?
That's the thing with Hillary Clinton. When she ran, she had what? Jay-Z, all these people. I love all these black people. That's what they do. Democrats flip the script when they run for president. Yo, when I watched Trump run for president, nothing changed from like what he does.
I think if anything, it shows you how I think they want us to be so divided with politics, which is like a different wing on the same bird. But all these people in charge of us are all working for the billionaire donors and stuff, and then they'll all unite for the greater cause. You know, like look at this; they're all holding hands, protecting each other.
But here's the question I got though: who's changing in all this? I don't think Trump's changed at all. So this is my opinion though. I want to understand this. Being from New York, you're from New York. If you're watching live in the building right now, smack that damn like button, subscribe right now. You're from New York. You like things straightforward.
Yep.
We don't hear no right? I like things to be told me just as they are.
Yeah,
hey,
right.
Brandon, you're sick. Fuck, I'll fix it. You know what? You failed your test. Fuck, gotta pass it. Right? Or you passed. Awesome. Tell me now. I don't want you coming back, sitting at home for like a week, like, oh, I passed the test. That sucks. Right? So my point is, Trump has been the same exact person. He ran the first time, he ran this time, and the people followed him because they said he is the same exact person. When he did his campaigns and his rallies and all that, it's the same.
Yeah, but what about him changing his stances on things?
No, you
flip flopping.
But I want to get this. I think that's okay.
Remember, he said Obama was going to do this. He said Obama was going to do this.
Yeah, and he wanted him to. He wanted him to.
Yeah, but then he does the same thing. That's the thing. Like, it is what it is, right? Like, I'm such a New Yorker when it comes out. I'm like, it just is what it is. You can do what you want to do, but then don't tell me one story and then change it again the next week. Like,
but I don't think your stance can. But your stance has to be able to change a little bit. Like, you get married to somebody. I love her. She's amazing. That stance isn't the same anymore. You're still a good person, right? I thought, I didn't know that this was going to happen. You do things different, right?
But you
don't all of a sudden like white people. I don't like people. I have Jay-Z. I don't like Jay-Z. The Democrats, they bring in, they got black women twerking on the stage, trying to get black votes. That's the problem. Trump didn't go out there and try to get people to pretend. He was like, this is what I'm going to do.
No, that's not my beef. My problem is like the same thing with Venezuela when they said it's about fentanyl. And I agree with that. The whole indictment is not mentioned one time fentanyl. It was over cocaine and it was about oil, right? So then you have the same
Either
thing.
way, it was drug related.
Right, but like it's two very different things,
Yeah.
And then you have, we saw this basically Iraq 1.0 when we did this with, they have nuclear weapons of mass destruction. Now it's nuclear weapons. I don't really think that they still had nuclear capabilities, but this is what they're telling us. We're just like, all right, whatever. I don't think so. We just bombed them last year. He said we did such a good job. We completely obliterated everything.
But if he didn't, if he thought he did, right? He thought he did, and he didn't. He took care of it again.
But they didn't really say that either.
No, that's what I'm saying. but I'm okay if I'm okay if he said we did it. Oh shit, we didn't do it. Let's do it now. I'm okay with that because it's the same thing. He's still trying to do the same thing. But if he said, you know what, I love the Iranian people, or he said, I love the leaders of Iran, and he goes, I don't like the leaders of Iran. You start getting confused, right? Hillary Clinton. I never see her hang out with black people. You don't see Clintons. You all of a sudden, here comes election time. Oh my God, here comes Gorilla Black twerking on stage. Let's get Jay-Z. Let's get Beyonce. It's a party. Let's get my black votes. That is why I don't like Democratic people running in office. If you don't like what they do, at least you know who they are. We're going to bring taxes up because we want to do this. We want to do this. We want to do this. I don't like it, but they're telling me damn what they're going to do. Fine. Trump's like, when I get in, I'm going to lower taxes, right? I'm gonna bring down interest rates. I'm gonna close the border, and I'm the same person. He didn't all of a sudden go, "Hey, let me go get Nelly from back there. Let me get Dr. Dre. Let me go get Eminem." Like he didn't do that.
He got Kodak Black and Lil Wayne.
He didn't. No, what he did was he got them out of jail. And guess what?
He's got Nicki Minaj.
Guess what the black people did?
What is Nicki
Minaj?
Black
People celebrated.
I know, but
that wasn't just for he didn't get Kodak Black out just for the election though.
Yeah.
Those were relationships.
What, he liked Super Gremlin?
No, those are relationships.
Yeah.
Those were like, he did that because he has relationships. Like he has to help certain people to help it. You know how it is in politics.
But for what?
But I'm talking about election period. When you get up there and you see people talking, You know Trump's stance from the beginning. He's going to say something about the Spanish people coming over here. He said he's going to support ICE. He's going to stop the border. He's going to take men out of women's sport. He's doing all that. He did say he was going to stop wars. And now you're like, okay, he flipped the script and did this. But is there a correct reason for it? Because if I got in office, I said, I'm going to stop wars. No, let's say I got in office. Yeah. I said, I'm going to stop wars. And all of a sudden, I'm like, whoa, it's getting heated up over there. I don't like these Iranian leaders. I don't like what they're doing. Like, shit's getting bad. I might have wanted to stop every war possible. But when I get in there, that's ramping up. I don't like it. I want to take care of that, right? I might go in there, hey, I'm going to stop violence, and I got to get violent to get things organized. I believe that makes sense. Now, what I'm saying is Trump didn't all of a sudden go out there and call all these hip-hop artists and go to the Dolphin Stadium and get out here and let's have a whole black party to get black votes. He told the truth the whole time. And so whether you like him or not like him, or you love him or hate him, he thinks he's racist or not, what I'm saying is I like people that are just straightforward. And he's like, I don't like Iran. You got 2 weeks. He told Venezuela, work with me or we're going to come over there. He told Iran, work with me or we're going to come over there. It was just like kind of out there. The next leader, he told Spain, hey, we got to do, you kind of know what's going to happen with Spain. If Spain starts acting crazy, now, can it be considered a bully in some people's eyes? Maybe. But in my opinion, I think this guy is legit. I think he's the best person for the job. If you look at the whole country, you might find better people that are out there to come in and run a country better. But you look at your candidates. We voted on the candidates. So guess what we got coming up? We got Marco Rubio. We got J.D. Vance. Who the Democrats got? They got Newsom. This guy's wearing do-rags on dance videos. This guy, because he wants to try to get the black vote. That's what they do. Don't all of a sudden be like, oh, I'm going to try to get the black vote. Just hang out with black people all the time, and then you're just associated with the black community. And like Stephen A. Smith, he might run for president. If Stephen A. Smith runs for president, I'm running for president. I think that's fair. If he's a Democrat, why not? I like Stephen A. a lot. He's got a lot of great values. Oh, wait, Stephen A. Smith, he's a liberal, but he's got a lot of Republican values. If you watch him, he loves a lot of stuff that Trump does. But you know what he does? You know what I like about him? He's like, I love this. I hate that. I like this. I hate that. He doesn't go, I don't like Trump, Republican. I don't like Republican. He doesn't do that. He looks at both sides like we do. We look at both sides, look at the policy. You said, I'm happy that Iranian people that those leaders are gone. They're bad people. But you're like, these girls died or like our soldiers died. That's bad. Or our prices go up. You look at both of that, right? So I get your point. I look at it, I move forward and go, yeah, but those bad people are no longer living. It's sad, horrible thing to say. There's people got a family out there. The family might be good people for all I know. They might be so happy.
Yeah, but it's also like, it's bigger than that because it's like, should one person be able to bring in the whole country into something, right? You know, and that's why to have a good checks and balances system is very important. And also to the same effect, you shouldn't go out there and then trash one entire branch of government when someone doesn't do exactly what you want to do, right? Because it's supposed to be more balanced out and in agreement as a country.
We got a message on here, though, that came in from Clinton. If you're in the chat right now watching live, leave a message so I can pin you and answer your question. If you got something to say right now, this is the part of the show. We're going to have a live call-in section. We're going to put a link to go to the horizontal forum where you can see our whole situation. But right now, all on the screen, as you can see, we are in the vertical form. But this is going to change a lot here with live callers. We're going to start pinning some questions right now. If you got something to say it right now so I can answer it and respond to you. Clinzy said, is it K. Lindsay? I'm going to say Clinzy because that's how I'm reading it. Clinzy Jr., K. Lindsay Jr. Stephen A. Smith is like most black Americans. He's a conservative. And there are a lot of black people now that are like, you know what? I don't want to be with the Democrats anymore. They say they're going to give me all this money. They're going to do this. They're not doing that. Obama's going to come in. Obama didn't really. What did Obama do for the black people? Trump's giving money to all these black colleges. I'm not saying that I'm not saying Trump loves black people. Let me be clear. Because I'm not saying that because I don't know. He might love me, I hate him. I don't know. I'm not saying that. I'm not even saying that Hillary. I don't know what they do. I just don't be fake, right? If he goes, you know what, Brandon, I don't like people that have the name Brandon. Run my country. You don't have to like me, but make sure the country's going good. That's how I think about the president, right? He doesn't have to like me, period. I don't care. But so black people are switching. If you're in the chat right now, you're Republican, put an R. If you're a Democrat, put a D right now. What are you gonna say about that, Obama?
I was just saying, at a minimum, I think he did a lot of good things, but it's great for representation that if you were a young black girl or boy, you see representation in the greatest seat in this country. And I think that's really important for all like the youth of America to see that, oh, someone like me is there and we're all capable of doing this. So
Stephen
I
A.
think
Smith,
that's amazing though.
I think Stephen A. Smith, Crafted just came in here also and said, Stephen, Stephen A. Smith goes where the money goes. He's a joke. So here's how I feel about it. When and look, a lot of people they chase the money for sure. What I'm saying though is this: I like that he says how he feels though, and LeBron James, one of the best basketball players to ever play the game, if not the best. Michael Jordan, LeBron James. You know, people say Kobe Bryant. You know what I mean? Small group of people, right? He'll get on there and he'll say, "Damn, LeBron had a great game." Next day, he'll say, "Damn, his shooting was off." Like he just kind of he got in an argument with LeBron because he said, "Your son is not that good because of you. He's there." Right? He kind of called it a spade a spade. He didn't have to do that with LeBron being so powerful in the NBA, whatever. So I like that he does call a spade a spade. Putting Stephen A. Smith running for office, I think he's going to give both values. I don't think he's as, as educated in the amount of politics that you need to be in. He's getting into politics this past year. He's been around for a long enough time to understand what's going on in New York and all that. But I don't think he is an overwhelming sensation to the world of politics. But I do know that he looks at both sides of the coin and tries to call them both out. And when something on the Democratic side, they do something bad, he goes, Democrats are screwing up. He'll tell the truth, what he thinks. And then the Republicans, but he's going to have a full cabinet of people that can really know what's happening behind the scenes. And you got to be able to play the card. You got to know different countries. See, that's where Trump comes into play on the phone with these people. You got people that don't know if they can call different countries. You're on the phone with Putin. You're on the phone. Like, this is the thing, Zelensky. You got to be able to have relationships. I think Trump has that. I think the war in general, though, I'm going to end it with this. I believe the war is going to continue happening until Iran is taken out this time. Because Iran's now firing at Dubai. Iran's firing at U.S. Allies, different places. They're firing over at Israel. Everyone's going to be mad at Iran, right? Eventually, it's going to be like, are they mad at Trump also, right? But are they mad at Iran and Israel? That's kind of where the tension is. If they take out Iran, these other countries now, people are getting confused. And Trump has made it very clear. Canada, if you don't want to participate, you don't got to be. Greenland, he was going to go over to Greenland. You saw that whole thing. You don't want to listen to us? We'll take this shit ourselves. Spain, I think he's trying to say, am I being tough with you? Yes, I'm overstepping. But I'm doing this because I believe this is going to help our country, and I believe I'm smarter than you. And sometimes that has to happen. Not saying it needs to happen, but sometimes it has to happen.
So the board of peace that he created, where they discuss what wars to do.
Hey, we got to sit down and go, hey, these people are bad people. They got to go. They're making the world bad.
Yeah.
Imagine if you got rid of people of Venezuela that are bad people. You get rid of people that are over in Iran, bad people. You get rid of people that are in Cuba that are hurting those poor people that won't let them live their life. All these countries you walk on, you got to cover your face and shit over here in Iran. These girls want to live happy. They don't walk around, cover the face, and they're getting abused by men. Like these places in Iran that are getting abused, and these poor women are hurting because of it. They don't even have a voice. They got to ask these men all these questions. That does happen in a lot of places.
Countries, yeah.
It does, but that has to stop. These women can't even have a voice. Like when a woman argues with you, you're like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. But it's annoying, right? But at least they have a voice. Over there, women have no voice. They got to cover their face. Their values are like, you have to marry this person. You can't talk. You can't do this. Women in America are living a lot better. We got women in America yelling up on stage telling Trump that he's an SOB and she could just sit there and do nothing. They got so many rights here that I believe this is the best country in the world. And I think him striking Iran was a big step in the right direction to give that country some piece of it. Let those people come over and take their country.
Yeah, I get that. But then if you start going down the other road with like the morality argument, then we're just as bad because we're pushing our own moral views on somewhere else, and I don't think
but how do you,
I wouldn't go down that road.
But so all those people are praying for you to help them in these different countries, and we have the ability, and then Israel's going to do something eventually. And we just saw that video. They said Israel has atomic bombs and nuclear weapons, that they might use them. That could start a whole catastrophe of problems. So I think that video was actually a little more truth than I thought. But I do believe that Israel probably said, we're going to do some shit if you don't do it. And Trump said, okay, we're going to handle this in the best way possible. And I think that was part of the conversation. But
yeah,
we're better. You have to ask yourself this question. Is our country better now that the leaders of Iran are gone? And if your answer is yes, then Trump made a very good decision to take out those people so those people get their country back.
I know. It just depends on what you value and your perspectives here. Because at the same time, a story we're not seeing a lot of is all the farmers declaring Chapter 12 bankruptcy. They don't do Chapter 11. It's something separate. It's Chapter 12. And there's so much farm debt, and that's one of the groups of people that he said he was going to help. One of his huge base, and now they have a lot of problems. So it just depends. Like, are they happy that this is, I don't know. So
in the chat right now, one guy said, why even try? He said, liar. They are praying we don't help them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think people are playing we don't
Come
have.
on, man. Do you see what I'm saying, though? That's what Democrats say. That's not a Republican. That's what I'm saying.
You don't know.
If I had a Democrat coming here and give me some words of wisdom, I'd read that and be like, okay, I have to. That's why I'm on here. But a Democrat comes in here, oh, they don't want our help. Okay, you're a Democrat.
Yeah,
it's easy. Republicans don't do that. Republicans come in, they'll do the MAGA. They'll do the MAGA, and guess what? MAGA. By the way, MAGA comes off like it's a racist thing, but it's not. Make America Great Again is the slogan. It's just the people that do MAGA puts a connotation in your head because you see these people walking out with these Jeeps and these big trucks and these guys that some of them could be racist people, and they go MAGA, MAGA.
That's who they're attracted to.
Right, but the thing is, MAGA only means Make America Great Again, and it has it's all about America flag. So I could stand behind that, but someone comes here and says those people don't want your help. That's a Democrat. Republicans in the chat right now, should we help the Iranian people? Yes or no? Democrats, should we help the Iranian people? Yes or no? Watch. Democrats are going to say, don't help those people. Republicans, help them.
Because it's a complicated answer. It's like, yeah, we should be helping them, but like in what way and how?
They're dying every day.
But we have Americans dying every day.
Yeah,
too.
and then we got to help them too. And I think we're powerful enough. Where it's like, you know what? And now, by the way, I'm going to say this. The airport shut down in Dubai. There's a girl in there that was pleading, please stop the war, Trump, because I can't go home to my family. They got the airports shut down. I have a friend in the shipping business, okay? Owns a massive company that we purchased from. He is in Dubai right now, and he has a jet out there, and he's stuck there for real. And it's been days.
And he needs you to send a shipping container. That's how he's getting back.
Let me tell you. And you're talking about someone with a lot of money, lots of money, and can't leave. So if you're in Dubai and you're stuck there, I think they're paying for your stay now too, which is interesting.
They're
paying for your stay.
Or Dubai?
I think Dubai is paying for the stay because they shut the airports down.
Yeah, it's bad for business for
everybody. They can't get out. I wouldn't want to fly either right now. You start flying around, people are shooting down planes.
Yeah.
Shit's a little crazy.
And Iran said they're going to put on fire anything going through the strait there. I don't know how to pronounce the name of it.
So I'm saying I would not fly right now. I wouldn't leave the country right now. This is the best country in the world. People watching live right now, put USA if you're in the chat right now. If you love the U.S., put the U.S. I don't care what the Republican or Democrat at this point. Put the USA if you love the U.S. We got to protect each other in the building right now. And yes, that person came in was a Democrat, James.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You got to educate these people. Tell them, what are you doing? Like they say this. You know what I'm saying? Like I try my best to talk to them. Donald J. Plump comes in the chat all the time. He talks shit. He comes in with some knowledge. Then he'll say some bullshit that we're on the Epstein list. Okay. Like, really? You're going to say some dumb shit like that. Then he'll come in. He said, you look like a thumb. Yeah. So because he thought you were Republican. See that? He thought you were just a full-blown Republican. He didn't know that you were independent. You look at both sides. So he called you a thumb.
It's funny.
Because he hated on you.
Yeah, we get comments, and sometimes people don't know. So I don't know if you do a good job because you try to talk about both sides. But it's also crazy because people, if they just think you don't agree with you 100%, then you're like against them.
He called you a thumb because he thought you were a Republican.
Yeah.
So he called you a thumb. And then we realized that you looked at him, you go, Republican, Democratic views. He's like, oh, James isn't bad now. But you didn't even say anything yet. So that's what I'm trying to say.
I think it's also just shows you how more people have a lot more similar things in common. And it's why they keep trying to find new issues and things to split people up.
I agree with you. I think we have a lot more in common than people think. Except for this. Hold on a second. I got to show this video. I forgot to show it. People watching live right now, I say this to the end because you people are freaking amazing. We got to show this clip real quick. What do you guys think about this video? Is this true or not?
I'm so depressed right now. I can't believe Trump just liberated the Venezuelan people. They're all celebrating. They're all happy. I hate it. He does whatever he wants. Oh, it's not fair.
Oh, gosh.
Is that video spot on or is that video not spot on? I'm just saying yes or no. I don't know, James. I'm not giving my opinion.
Video.
He's troll video, but I'm saying is that a typical Democrat sitting there?
That's how the very right thinks of Democrats.
I love
an ambiguously gendered person with blue hair.
Look, I love everybody in the building. We had a lot of people come today. I love everybody. We appreciate you so much. We're live as much as we possibly can. As we work on the studio, we're just trying to get some things organized. This is the part. If you're watching live right now and you're still here, I want to tell you guys something. We will be live every day here next week with the vertical format, and halfway through we'll drop the link to the horizontal format. We almost have it done. where then you'll be able to click on that and go to the horizontal view, and you'll get the wide open shot of the studio. Our goal now is to get everyone to convert over to the horizontal form instead of being in vertical, because we know we get thousands always in the vertical. We got to get them over to the horizontal where they can see the whole studio, James, where we can get the guests on the building, a lot of action-packed stuff. We could even have live video footage popping up on the screen while we're talking, looking at it. Some awesome features.
I'll look less like a thumb.
You'll look less like a thumb. You're looking solid right now, though, bro. You got, like, you know, by the way, if you're watching live right now, we greatly appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so right now as we sign off right now. We want to see that tick up as fast as possible. It's a rush to 80,000 subscribers. We love and appreciate you very, very much. We'll see all of you guys on the show tomorrow, live in the morning. Friday will probably be off, but tomorrow we'll be live in the building, having a good conversation right here. All of you, Big Bill, we love and appreciate you. Lala, we greatly appreciate you. We have Republican, we have Democrats, we got independent moderators. We love everybody that comes on our damn stream, and we greatly appreciate them. And that's why we do that, because we want it to be balanced. We want people to have some thoughts, energy, and all that. But more importantly, we want to have fun on the show and give them our insight on how we feel without coming to them and giving them this massive, crazy, detailed synopsis. We want to come to them and say, let's be people on here. Let's talk and have good conversation. We're going to have that with the couches lined up to have conversation.
Right. We'll do that. And they could also change my stance on any topic by super chatting.
Yeah, super chat will change.
I'm a lawyer. You could hire me to argue
every
whatever
super
point you
chat.
want. Yeah.
Every super chat, we flip the script.
Right. Yeah. You want me to argue the sky is green? Let's do it. Let's go.
Hello, everybody in chat right now. We'll see all the subscribers, Kevin. Thank you. We'll see all of you next time. Take care.